first half was really good offensively. Clemson's very good defensively. I thought we got the shots that we needed to get. And CJ got off to a really good start, got us going. They were very patient, which, you know, that's what people were going to do for the most part. I thought our defense was good, our patience was good. We didn't rebound two or three times that we need to, but I thought overall we did a good job on both ends of the court. Questions?
Talk about Grant and the job he did when he had to fill in the middle there when
He
Brecky had some
he's
fouls.
practiced in there a couple times this year. He's pretty long in there. I think we can get by with him in there.
Do you have any early prognosis, Jim,
No,
about
I
Biden?
have no idea.
Jim, you mentioned your offense's patience. How hard is it to maintain that kind of patience when you're going up against a defensive team like Clemson?
That's what you have to do. It's not hard at all. You have to be patient. You have to make sure you get a good shot. They're going to take 30 seconds. You don't want to come down and run into something. If we can get something on the break or a transition shot, a good one, we'll take that. But we're not going to try to do anything too fast. I thought at the end we were, Tyler struggled today, but at the end when we slowed it down, he got to the basket a couple times. Once in a while he needs to show that he's human and have a bad game, so that's okay.
Does it help to play from ahead against a team like Clemson?
Well, you don't want to be behind in any game, but you really don't want to be behind in a slow game. There's not going to be a lot of points scored. A 6 or 8 point lead can be a pretty substantial lead in a game like this. The last 6 minutes, they took 35 seconds on the shot clock. We didn't really even have to hold the ball that much because they're holding the ball to get a shot. So, again, that's, you want to be, you always want to be ahead, but you really want to be ahead if it's going to be a slow game, a grinded out game, if they're going to take a lot of time to get shots.
Jim, can you go into C.J. Fair and what you're taking away from him this season as a senior?
He's played great. This was, I thought, his most efficient game of the year. I don't know, maybe not, some people maybe not think his best game, but it was his most efficient game. I thought he was really good. Hit a couple, big shots, couple jumpers, hit the three. Down the stretch, he got in the lane. McDaniel's a good defensive player, and CJ he's really efficient. This was, I think, again, one of his best games this year.
Jim, if you had your druthers, would you rather see basketball played at a faster clip?
Sure we would. We like to run, but, people are going to do what they're doing. We've all talked about a shot clock for a long time, and, that's something that I would like to see, but whether it will come in or not, I'm not sure. 30 would be okay, 24 would be a lot better, but, it's just such a slow game when it gets, when somebody's going to take 30 to 35 seconds in the shot clock. We can play that way, and we're pretty successful playing that way over the years, but, we can't force tempo, really. If somebody wants to do that, that's pretty much what's going to happen.
You know, challenge
Any
it
thoughts
going
on
on
what happened? I'm sorry.
What happened?
Texas Tech with Marcus Smart.
I didn't really see it all, so I can't really, I really can't. I don't know what happened. I don't know I know he was up in the stands on play, but I don't know what was said or what happened. I don't know. You can't comment on something that you really don't know anything about.
It goes without saying, can you talk about the challenge though coming up Wednesday, going down to play Pitt?
Well, every game that we have in this league, I think is difficult. I don't think there's any difference. Notre Dame was as hard a game as we've had this year, and Miami was maybe even harder. We were behind, in the Miami game, both places. So we've been in tough I'd be concerned if we were going down there and we hadn't had any tough, that's all we've had. So we know it'll be tough, we know that Pittsburgh's really good at home, and, you know, the whole part of the schedule, you know, is, what's important is to play as well as we can play each night. This team is focused on that. They're just thinking about playing well tonight, and that's why we've avoided some places where we could have slipped, because they just focus and make plays down the stretch. And made good plays down the stretch tonight. Brock got that tip. CJ made a layup, and then Tyler got the 2 layups. We made really good plays. We hadn't played very well in the second half offensively, and we made some good plays when we had 2 there, and that's what this team has done. But the upcoming games, we know, are all hard, and you know, we're fully aware of that. You know, whatever happens. So, you know, we just need to keep working, try to get better as we get toward the end of the year, and you know, see what happens.
Coach, thoughts on having to play small when your bigs are either injured or in foul trouble? Not a problem at all to play small?
Well, you know, that's what we don't have any choice. You know, that's what we do. Jeremy's pretty long in there. CJ's, you know, good size, strength, physical. Mike's physical. We're a little small, you know, but Jeremy did a good job out there tonight. He's pretty quick in there. We've had situations where we've played small in other years, and we've actually had real good success with that, because what happens is they try to go inside, and the big guy walked and he did something else in there. So, you know, that's not going to hurt us as much as at that stage of the game, somebody making threes is going to hurt you. So, you know, we have to play that way, we will. Hopefully Boeheim will be okay. We don't have any ideas, but we hope that it wasn't too bad, and, you know, that we can get him back, but we'll have to wait and see.
Coach, why is this team's execution so good down the stretch? Did they listen well?
Well, you know, they all listen. Everybody listens. They wouldn't be here if they didn't listen. You know, I think they make good plays. I think, you know, your point guard has to make a lot of plays down the stretch, because you can't necessarily get something off the first option. We ran something and didn't get it. We tried to get it to CJ on his first one when it was still, you know, the game was up in the air, and because people are focusing on CJ so much, he was able to get it free, clear, and there was nobody there. And Clemson's a good defensive team. They don't give up many layups, but they're focused on Trevor and CJ, and Tyler takes advantage of that down the stretch. You know, he's done that all year. But the play only works some of the time. Mostly, you know, you have to get into you know, what we do is we run certain things at the end of shot clocks, and it usually ends up being in the point guard's hands. He's the guy that has to make plays usually in those situations. And he did. He does. He's very good in those situations. Okay, I'm going to go watch the Beatles.